And we are recording, Mr. Mo.
I'm ready.
I was going to say, that was a pause there. This is usually a two-way show. This
Uh,
is not my
sorry.
monologue.
I put our camera on one side of the screen and then I put my notes on the other side of the screen. So I was getting situated.
Oh. See, I was readjusting my left testicle to my right testicle. So
Oh, nice.
I was also getting situated, but in a different way.
And I think you've mentioned before that your left one hangs dramatically lower than the right one, correct?
Like at least 6 inches lower. So
Nice.
it's kind of a
So
thing. So you kind of
understandable.
have to, you kind of have to like swing it over because they kind of get tangled. Like you know that game where you have like the ball on a pole and then you like
Oh
it's a
yeah.
volleyball
And
on a
on a
rope.
string it goes around the pole.
Yeah, and it just like gets looped around. That's kind of what happens.
Around your ween. Is your ween the pole?
Yeah, especially when I get a boner, it's kind of tough.
Oh,
So
oh.
Julie has to like swing around and then duck because it's better
Um
great at boxing, which is great.
Julie told me to get you super hard that you like to play Wizard of Oz in the background with the Munchkins.
That's
True
right.
or false?
That's right. But only is she is in full lion gear. I don't know
Oh.
why, but that's it is. Don't judge me. She's not going to be cowardly no more. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, okay. In the animal play. You sound like a Republican.
That's right. That's why I'm wearing this hat. It's nice
Yeah.
and red. Anyway, we're gonna do this and three, two, one.
What are you doing?
Testes in my mouth.
Get on the ground, you fucking pledge!
Ew.
Welcome to the greatest podcast experience of your life. This is the Frat Chat Podcast.
All young men like three things: food, booze, pussy.
Featuring Carlos Garcia and Chris Moore.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasts and time. It's the Frat Chat Podcast. I'm Carlos Garcia with CMO Moore. How's it going, Mr. Mo?
Yo, I'm good. I'm finally home. I'm so
Yes,
happy to be
welcome
home. I've
back.
been traveling for 3 weeks. You know what
Yeah,
though?
buddy.
One of my last nights, I got smashed. I'm like, well, I gotta live it up here in Austin. So we were gonna get to the shop. I guess I've been getting to work like super early. This one day I could get there like not so early. So I was like, I'm gonna take advantage of it and go out the night before. And I bought like, I'm not gonna tell you how much I spent because I'm embarrassed, but I went to a souvenir shop and bought a million things like this.
No.
Keychains, magnets, everything with my name on it that says Texas.
Oh my god.
And so, I actually left some of it behind. I didn't have room in my luggage, and my coworker was like, "You should give it away to the homeless." And I was like, "I don't even think they want
I don't
that.
think they fucking want that. Why
They
would they
don't want
want
things
that?
that say Chris on it. Where are they going to put it? In their home? My God,
You know, what
they
the
want
fuck?
money
What is-
and food. They don't want license plates with your name on it."
I don't
I'm
have
so
any money,
embarrassed.
but I do have this.
I don't have any money, but I happen to have like a paperweight with a scorpion in it. Do you want that?
Oh god. I was ready to give up on life. I'd been living in the streets for 26 years and I decided I had enough. Until that young man handed me that teeny tiny license plate with his name on it.
Yeah.
And I just knew there was hope out there.
I actually think that this was on Cinco de Mayo, so I was lit. So happy belated Cinco de Mayo. How did you and your family celebrate?
Thank you. We did the tradition where we wake up and have a pound nothing but beans. It's just beans and beans and beans, nothing
Nice.
but beans. And it sets up the fart fiesta that starts around noon.
A little
And then
anal
we,
salute to the American flag or the
that's
Mexican
right.
flag, I guess.
And then we went out there and, did the traditional slaughtering of the pig.
Oh, nice.
Times were tough, so it was more of a rat from the alley, but
Okay, and then you reported the local mariachi band to the ICE.
to save. Well, I mean, it did save us $200. So
Okay,
I
nice.
just and
Do
then I
what you do,
reported the ICE agent who was also not from here to ICE, and then got his ass deported. So then it kept the money moving, and then that guy's gonna get fucked up by the mariachis in the detention centers. So kind of works out.
That works
You
out.
know?
You do what
I
you need
think
to do for your community.
exactly. That's the way I like to look at it. And then I'll take the money I saved, and then I'll hire another mariachi band, and then keep the whole thing
Because
going again.
if you have ICE focused on them, they're not going to be focused on you. It's kind of
Exactly.
like if a bear is chasing us, I think I might be faster than you, so I'm going to kick you in the leg and keep it moving. Because if the bear can focus on you, I'm safe. That's called survival at its finest.
Yes, but I will have already, before you even try to kick me in the leg, sprayed you with honey. So then that bear is already just all over you. So even if you kick me, it's like, psh, bear, covered in honey.
Well,
Bears
I'll have
love
you
honey.
know that my aftershave is actually called honey.
So there you go.
It's a gay
You don't need
thing.
to do anything.
It's a gay thing.
That's why they call them bears. Bears are attracted to them.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, I did not get anyone deported. People, I love my people, even though I'm not Mexican. So Mexicans, don't get mad. But I do love the carne asada. So Venezuelans, we get down with y'all. Anyways,
if only Venezuelans could figure out a way to make a good arepa. One day.
Right? One day, maybe.
Anyway.
Anywho, this week we have a special episode.
Wait. You have to do the 1, 2, 3.
We haven't done the 1, 2, 3.
I don't think so.
Yes, we did.
Did we?
I fucking did the whole intro. I said, "How's it going, Mr. Mo?"
Oh wow! I think I'm sleep deprived. What day is it?
What the fuck? I was like, wait a minute.
Did we just do that? Oh yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, we 1,000%
did
it. 1,000% did it.
I'm not high or drunk, and I'm not hungover. This is just me.
Sure.
Early this morning, I went to the gym. I dropped up my laundry.
Oh, good for you.
I'm like a well-functioning member of society with the memory of a goldfish.
I don't know about well-functioning, but
well-functioning alcoholic? Would that work?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, that's better. Nice. Anyhow,
we do have a special episode because normally we would have emails from the listeners right now. This episode, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, is for you guys. So this whole thing, we're going to have a bunch of emails from the listeners today because we just wanted to hear from you. You guys have been so awesome. You make the show successful. So to appreciate you, we are going to do 10 emails today. And I'm not going to lie, some of these get kind of unhinged. So we're going to have some fun with that. But before we get there, we're going to have our traditional segments here. Keep things in order. So we're going to start out with the news. I hope the music actually plays this time. There you go.
Nice.
That was excellent. All right.
6, 7, 8. And clean. God damn it. Start over.
Take it from the top. God damn it.
I'm seeing Nation, what do I have to do for you to take this seriously?
You're not delivering news. You're not delivering news with that face. You're delivering crap. You should be delivering Uber Eats. Get out of my studio.
I want to know what the excuse is. And if you don't have an excuse, I want you to look me in the face and say, fuck frat chat. Remember when I would do that in Greek sing practices? Why are you late? Either give me a reason why you're late or look me in the eye and say, fuck this fraternity.
Yeah. And people would do it too. They were like bitches. Fuck this fraternity. I'm sorry, CMO. What the fuck?
I'm so sorry.
So he doesn't even go here anymore.
That was my life.
CMO was dressed like the janitor. What are you doing?
And then I came out of the closet, and then they were like, CMO who?
Yeah, right.
Oh, they're like, CMO's gay. Have you not been to one of my Greek sing rehearsals? I mean, hello.
Yeah.
Dance instructor sounds pretty gay to me.
Yeah. Oh man. Anywho, we have some depressing news aside from CMO's life. This is even worse. So, the Supreme Court just dropped a bomb in the Voting Rights Act in 1965 this week, and honestly, it is shit. This is the historic civil rights law that for decades helped protect the ability of black and other minority voters to elect people of their choice. The court ruled that a Louisiana congressional map that tried to create two majority black districts was an unconstitutional racial gerrymander, which guts a big slice of the law's muscle, even though it technically didn't abolish it entirely. So in plain terms, that means the court basically said that you can't draw a map to make sure black voters actually get a seat, even though that's exactly what the Voting Rights Act is supposed to do. The results, states now have way more leeway to redraw maps in a way that dilutes the political power of minority voters. And of course, Republicans are salivating at the potential to flip more U.S. House seats. So after that ruling, Louisiana Republicans literally started trying to erase a majority black district and redraw the state map to favor GOP seats. And the backlash, of course, has been intense. There's been protests, emotional testimony from civil rights icons, and political leaders screaming that this is a modern Jim Crow remix. And here's the zinger. A congressman was actually blocked from representing his own district. Because of the timing of the ruling and the crazy redistricting fight, Louisiana actually postponed its House U.S. primaries and effectively blocked a sitting representative from running in the district he serves. That district, which was one of the few majority black seats, is now in limbo because the map itself was thrown out, and lawmakers are scrambling to redraw the lines. So instead of voters choosing the representatives, you got Republican state politicians rewriting districts mid-election while ballots already exist. So it's like Animal House meets House of Cards, and if half the cast were attorneys and the other half fucking were just morons that belong to history class. So civil rights leaders, of course, are calling this a major step backwards, saying that we're actually undoing progress on minority political power after decades of fighting. Some even said that this is going backwards to before the 1960s movement. Meanwhile, GOP lawyers and lawmakers are basically saying, great, now we can redraw districts just like we want and pushing new maps in other states before the 2026 midterms, which is terrifying.
So scary. Obviously, they're scared. They're scared about the midterms. So, when people are backed in a corner, they react.
Yeah. So, people, there's no option. You got to get out there and vote these midterms because you can see what they're doing and they're trying to screw us. And the only way to combat that is to just cast so many votes against them that it's undeniable.
When we win more blue seats this midterm, I hope that we impeach everyone that perpetuated and enabled all this nonsense and throw their ass in jail. Send them to Alligator Alcatraz. I would love to see
so much fraud.
I would love to see Donald Trump himself spending his final days eating out of cans of beans. You know what I mean? And wearing an orange jumpsuit.
I will say that will probably never happen because I don't want to set the president that the president can go to jail. But As history has taught us with Watergate, there is no precedent for the president's underlings not to go to jail. So, we're going to see a bunch of other people probably in the future end up going to jail that totally deserve it and that we both would love to see go to jail. But Don, he's going to get away with it. The
You know,
president,
I think this is so sad. So the Voting Rights Act, historically, I supported because,
of
to me,
course.
it's no different than like affirmative action for like college admission. You know what I mean? You want to lift up those that are um
I mean, you just want to make
unrepresented.
sure that they have a voice in their own fucking districts where they live. It's like if this is like apartheid South Africa, this is the exact same way that the white minority was able to keep power. They would just like do things like this, and so then you have a minority of white people now that are going to control the interests and needs of black people, and of course they're not going to do that because they never do. So it's just, and basically what it does is like, so you have this concentration. This was the black district. It just chops them all up and makes them part of other districts. So then they're no longer like a community. Imagine like it's like they're just all little parts of all the other white districts. So now they don't have a voice.
Yeah,
It's
and
bullshit.
I've always thought to myself like, okay, let's say I'm going on a tangent here, but like there's cops in New York in like Spanish speaking areas that don't speak Spanish. I think it's horrible. So I think that should be a prerequisite. I think that if you're going to be a public servant, in some capacity, you should reflect the demographic that you are serving.
Totally.
So I think that if like half of the world is of the United States is male, half is female, then we should see roughly half and half in the House of Representatives, and that goes the same for uh, every demographic: white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, whatever case may be. I just think that there should be a little bit of everything, to make it fair. So it's just like whitewashing. This is white nationalism at its finest. It's just Nazi
This is bullshit.
culture. I hate it.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. So we'll keep you posted. I don't know where this goes from here, but we shall see. Anyhow, it is time now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fat chat of all ages, for not the drag queens. And we have a wacky one because, of course, this week, Ohio MAGA Representative Rodney Creech, almost like Screech, but Creech, was nominated
Ew.
first. Yeah, winning his GOP primary for Ohio House District 40 with 58% of the vote, defeating former Representative J. Todd Smith 58 to 42. But here is the kicker: this man is nominated here for the GOP primary, was accused of climbing into bed with a minor female relative while erect and wearing only underwear, according to Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation records. Because, of course, text messages showed the minor reporting that Creech had been rubbing her legs and grabbing her waist, leaving her put to tears, and I quote. Creech acknowledged getting into bed with her in his underwear, but denied the sexual nature of the allegations because there is, of course, a total non-creepy explanation for it, which I will tell you after. Oh, is that? I got a call. I gotta go, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I'll explain why. It was totally non-creepy that I got in bed with this teenager with my underwear, and But after this call,
Ugh.
runs away. Okay,
I'm
so
looking at pictures of him online right now, and I would be put to tears if he just looked at me.
yeah, he
He's not a
looks
good
like a
looking guy.
total.
He
He's a
looks like
fucking
he every picture looks like he's like pushing out a huge turd.
Yeah, he almost looks like cartoon photoshopped or
It's
something.
like
Like
he's
he has a
straining
huge
to
forehead.
smile. He's like, take the photo, please. I can't do it. It's
And it's
weird.
like his facial features are all loaded on like this one
Oh
third of
yeah,
his face, and the
he's got a
rest is
five
all
head for
forehead.
sure. Yeah.
It's like
Ew.
that's why he's struggling to smile. It's like his features are falling off of his face, and if he stops smiling, they will fall off.
I would bet $1 million that his nickname in high school was Creech the Creep. It had to have been.
Yeah, yeah, or Screech. It's just easy.
Or douche fuck kill yourself. Maybe that.
Yeah, that would be nice. So, of course, no charges were filed. And a special prosecutor cited insufficient evidence but described the behavior as, quote, concerning and suspicious. No shit, dude. Creech has also co sponsored legislation that would criminalize drag queens and transgender people performing anywhere minors could be present, effectively targeting drag story hours and pride events, while publicly framing himself as focused on, quote, protecting children, of course. So naturally, the
Hypocrite.
drag queens are the ones that must be stopped. While, hold on, let me check my notes here. Oh yeah, the guy that gets into bed with kids with boners, yeah, that's the guy that should be protecting children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Most of their care, though.
That's right. So it just goes to show that once again, as it does every single week, people, the call is coming from inside the house.
Yeah. So I feel like
God
it's
damn it,
safe to
Creech.
say that, I don't, I know that there's a difference between being like, so Republican Party, not everyone in Republican Party is MAGA, but MAGA is such a train wreck that it taints the entire Republican Party. So I think it's fair to
Right.
say the Republican Party is a party of like anti-family, and they enable and perpetuate pedophilia. And they are a party of just overall sexual abusers. Now, obviously, we've had a couple cases in Democratic Party where people couldn't keep their hands to themselves, and we were like, get them out. Like, for example, like Governor Cuomo,
Yeah.
defamed Governor Cuomo. We were like, we don't tolerate that. We thought you were a hero during the pandemic, but there's too many cases of you allegedly touching people. We can't get down with that. He's done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like we can acknowledge it, but the Republican Party is like, well, I mean, is it that bad?
Yeah. Or they do the water baptism of, well, your guy, Joe Biden,
I
went to
know.
the beach once, and so this guy can diddle kids. Wait, what? It's gotten too much into like a team thing. And so people are not even willing to listen, and they just tune it out because as long as their guy's winning and fuck the libtards, I guess, things are good. But it's bullshit, dude. Like, come on. Come on. Anywho, now that we are all just so goddamn depressed about the future of life, it's time to cheer things up because it is now time to hear from you guys. Because this week we're going to dedicate an entire episode to you guys. Show you love for sending those emails in. To show you love for getting us thousands and thousands and thousands of listens. We love you guys. Like, literally, so many thousands of listens that we couldn't have any more thousands. But it's amazing. Keep having the thousands. I like it. We were listened to in countries all around the world. It is truly, truly incredible. We've been able to do this for all this time. And I'm not gonna lie, I love that. It's crazy that we haven't been doing the emails from the listener the whole time. But ever since we have, I feel the show's better for it. So this one's for you guys. And luckily, y'all are somewhat crazy sometimes. So don't worry, this episode is going to be just like every emails from the listener. It's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a little unhinged. So let's have some fun here. Why don't you start us off, Mr. Mo? I'm going to do a lot of reading here.
I have almost an honorable mention, but I forgot who wrote it. But someone wrote an email that we actually covered before, but I know you can relate to this because someone said that their girlfriend will pick a movie and then fall asleep 10 minutes in, and then you're stuck watching a movie you don't like. And I was like, we've talked about that, but that's such a pet peeve, right?
Totally. And
doesn't Julie do that?
These days, I've been the one falling asleep. I'm like,
no!
The roles have switched. Yeah, I don't know what it is. They do say, and this is apparently scientifically, if you're around someone you love, you get extra sleepy. So I'm just like, Yeah, that means I love you more. And then I have that. So you put me
Okay,
on bed.
that's the person that wrote that
You know,
scientific article is probably the one that falls asleep.
that's
And
right.
he's probably in the
Just need an
doghouse and he's
excuse.
like, I gotta make something sound science like to save
Yeah,
my
baby.
ass.
Look, I've been doing the study for the last 23 years, and that's what I found. It's because I love you more. And she's like, "Do you think I'm a moron?
His
I love you."
his next article is gonna be studies have shown that husbands that leave turd streaks in the toilet are actually more comfortable in their relationship than those that don't.
That's right, and thus are better fit to be a lover.
Yeah.
Boyfriends that come too fast just love their wife so much more.
Yeah, exactly. Men's Health, get on it.
Oh
Okay,
man!
so my first one is from David from Turtle Bay, New York City.
Oh, Turtle Bay.
Where's Turtle
Am I
Bay?
not turtle enough to go to the Turtle Club?
When you're there, swimming,
I was gonna know.
what's on the other side?
Turtle Bay, New
Is that like
York.
where like Grand Station is?
Oh yeah, it is in
I
Midtown
think,
East.
yeah, that's like Turtle Bay, I guess. It's like more residential. It's not. I don't think there's some like there's some like little bars here and
I think
there,
it's
but
expensive.
I don't think of it as like a tourist destination unless you go to Grand Central Station.
Yeah, no, absolutely, definitely. It's kind of for some reason the East Side just feels so out of the way, and that's right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed. Well,
but it is more
so
expensive supposedly. A one bedroom listing in Turtle Bay, New York, is 49.9, 49.04% more expensive than other counties nearby. So
oh
must be rich.
wow. Okay,
Good
Turtle
for
Bay
you,
David,
dude.
you're bougie. Bougie
Yeah.
David from Turtle Bay. Okay, so he wrote fellow New Yorker here. No shit, Sherlock. Just kidding. Fellow New Yorker here, and I take the LIRR every day to work. And listeners, that stands for the Long Island Railroad. So that takes you from like the boroughs of New York out to Long Island for like, you can go all the way out to like Montauk, really, So he said,
Mhm.
fellow New Yorker here, I take the Long Island Railroad every day to work, and every day I encounter the same stupid idiot who thinks the whole train would like to hear her loud FaceTime discussion. Before you tell me to sit in a different train car, I'm restricted to the first 3 train cars because of my station and its short platform. What's wrong with people? And what's wrong with our government to allow this to happen? Ooh, David,
Wait, the
you're
government?
fiery. I don't know if that's like a
is, this
law.
Joe, is this Joe Biden's fault? Like, well, who is this?
He's
This is not
very
Trump.
upset.
I have to say, I don't know about the government here, but yeah, he's pissed.
You know
You
what?
start
I
throwing the
do
government
find it
around.
annoying when people are on FaceTime without headphones. I find it to be performative. And I
Yeah,
think it's actually kind of sad. I'm like, what are you trying to prove? So I would
yeah,
say, David, I know you said before you tell me to sit in a different car, I'm going to tell you something. The station I get off at, I have to be in the first 3 train cars, but I could sit in any train car and then before my stop, just walk to that train car. So you can sit in any train car. You're not restricted.
mhm,
Sit in the fourth
yeah,
car, avoid her, and then when you're approaching your stop, walk towards it.
totally. And literally, like they're like with the subway, they said they're not supposed to really like go through the doors and shit, but like the Long Island Railroad, you are allowed to. You can move around while you're inside the car. So yeah, just like CMO said, go inside the car and then fucking go to the next one. Then you're fine.
Yeah. But I will say that um
Come on, David,
some
stop blaming the government.
I think that someone on FaceTime is really like almost no different than 2 people having a conversation sitting in front of you.
Yeah,
So, Dave, I hate
that's
to say, I
true.
think you're being dramatic. Thank you for
Yeah,
listening to
it's
the
not like
podcast, but I think you're being
yeah,
dramatic, and I think you thought we would be on his side because we're New Yorkers, but no. Sorry, buddy.
yeah. No, I get like I get what he's saying, but no, totally. It's like it's not like when people listen to music and shit and they're like blasting their stupid music on the train. That's annoying. But like if you're just having a conversation and it's a normal volume, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I agree. It's like if you were having a conversation with someone next to you. If you're screaming, then yeah, regardless of whether it's on the phone or right next to me, I'm going to be annoyed. But and also, David, this is one of those things where I would much rather have an annoying lady having a conversation about her day next to me on her stupid little phone all day long than having the fucking government send like the cops into trains to watch people to do what they do or whatever. Like that's stupid. Like obviously you want to have like the one that patrols and shit, but like I don't need like the PC police running around making sure that I'm not on my phone or like whatever. Like that's like the stupidest shit like to put resources for.
I'm hoping he
And
was just being cheeky.
yeah,
I hope he
yeah,
doesn't think that. I think that the Amtrak has a quiet car,
yeah.
and so maybe
Well, you can't tell
LARR
Long
could.
Islanders to be quiet either. There's no way you can have a
I
quiet
know.
car in LA.
Uh,
Man, that's like telling a woman to relax. You just don't tell a Long
ooh,
Islander to be quiet. It's just not what you do. It escalates people. I dated a Long Islander. Believe me, I know.
but I also think that why not get like noise cancellation headphones?
That's true.
You know,
That's definitely true. Yeah, there's things you can do. So I don't know, David. You're kind of being a little bitch about it. That's just me. But we love you.
a little dramatic. But thanks again for listening to the podcast, stud.
That's right. Yeah, again, we love you. It's just I think you can. I think you can avoid this one. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm gonna go on to my side. This one we have Josh from New Jersey. What up, Josh?
Ew.
He goes.
Josh from Jersey, JJ.
That's right.
Jersey Josh.
Maybe he's related to Jersey Mike's. Anywho, he says, "Hey guys, I need some advice because I'm still cringing about this. So last weekend I went out with my friends, and no, sorry, last weekend I went out with my girlfriend and a few friends. Before we left, she asked me not to get too drunk. Nothing dramatic, just a simple, please pace yourself. I said I would, and then absolutely did not. I ended up way more drunk than I planned to be, and at some point in the night, I got into an argument with some random guy at the bar, and it turned into a fight. And I honestly don't even remember what it was about. What I do know is that I lost badly. I woke up outside
Ooh.
with my friend standing over me, making sure I was okay, and my girlfriend looking completely embarrassed. She wasn't yelling, which almost made it worse. And since then, things have been really awkward between us. She hasn't said much, but I can tell she's disappointed, and I don't blame her. I feel like an idiot. Is this something you can actually come back from, or did I permanently damage how she sees me? Would love your take. Josh from New Jersey. Well, this will 1,000% turn damage how she sees you. Now you look like a loudmouth, soft bitch. Like not even a loudmouth
Yeah.
who can back it up. Like at least if you're like a loudmouth and like you get in a fight and you're defending your girl or something, you knock someone out. You look kind of cool. Sure, the loudmouth part is still annoying, but at least you look
No,
like
though,
you can fight
I
your girl.
disagree. I think if you're drunk and you knock someone out, you look like a drunk asshole. If you were,
Right.
but if you were defending your lady, I think that's cool. But I think that if you're getting drunk, and getting in fights, you might have a problem. So Josh, I think that if I were in your shoes, I would apologize to her and all of her friends too. I think that everyone that was there deserves an apology. And hopefully they'll tell her, hey, listen, like your boyfriend apologized. Just want you to know. And I would also make a point to be sober for the next few weekends and like be a designated driver. Like, listen, I just want you to know that I acknowledge that I was out of control the last weekend and I'm not going to drink. I want you guys to have fun and I'm going to pace myself moving forward, but let's just be dry for a little bit. That's what I would do.
Yeah, but I think even with that, man, I don't know. I think he looks like a soft bitch now after getting beat up in front of his girlfriend. Like you pick a fight with someone and you get knocked out is so much worse than like you picking a fight with someone, or even someone bumps into you and you have a mutual drunk guy fight. You win the fight. Sure, you look like a drunk piece of shit, but you look like at least a tough drunk piece of shit versus a piece of shit who's also a pussy on top of it who just got destroyed. It's like that adds such a layer to it that, in my opinion, she's not going to look at you the same for a long time, buddy.
Yeah, but think of it
Yeah.
this way. If he was so drunk, he doesn't even remember what the fight was about, I'm assuming he was super wobbly and probably easy to take down.
Yeah, but
You
she doesn't
know?
know that. And you don't know who he was fighting. So, like, the person could also have been just as drunk and bitchy looking as him. So now every time he like says something like, "Yeah, I would beat that guy's ass," she's gonna be like, "Yeah, sure, honey," and like roll her eyes. Sure, honey. Just like that one time. It was, you just hit me. It was a sucker punch. It's like it's always gonna be like that thing. And then the answer is not to go pick another fight with someone and win, because then you look like a fucking aggressive asshole. So I think you're just gonna have to take the L here. I'm not saying break up or anything, but just know that your girlfriend definitely thinks you're softer than she did before, and then just try to build up this queen, man, and try to fucking make her love you again and make her see you not like a drunk piece of shit anymore. I agree with Simo. Be sober for a little bit,
Yeah.
But yeah, don't pick any more fights, especially if you're gonna lose them, dude. Like, oof. New Jersey, sometimes you give us a bad name, but I love you. Anywho, what you got next?
Next up, I've got Rich from Nashville, Tennessee. Tennessee? Oh yeah, Nashville,
Yes.
Tennessee. So okay, so he said,
what other state could you have possibly been?
I don't know. Okay, so he wrote, "Dear Frat
man.
Chat, my girlfriend of 2 years hit me with we need to talk, and she explained to me that her insecurities insecurities. I just said insecure titties. I gotta start over. Her insecure titties, man, is really wrecking the relationship. She needs some secure tatters. Okay,
That's
so
right. Just buy a better bra. Next.
okay, let me start over. Dear Frat Chat, my girlfriend of 2 years hit me with the "we need to talk," and she explained to me that her insecure. Why can't I say this? Her insecurities. Fuck.
Okay,
She-
try round three. Round three. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see what you got. Ready? Say action.
Dear Frat Chat, my girlfriend of 2 years hit me with a "we need to talk," and she explained to me that her insecurities are a direct result of me not posting enough of her on my Instagram. To be fair, I don't post much of anything, but there are some pictures of her so that the world knows that I'm committed to someone. And in my honest opinion, she and her friends post way too much about their lives, and it's just not in my character. Am I an asshole for wait, maybe it's a typo. Am I an asshole for wanting to push back on this request? And how many public declarations of love per quarter are SEC compliant? I'll take any advice you guys have, but please keep in mind that this is seriously a major source of contention in my relationship right now.
Wow.
Thanks, fellas. Okay, what does SEC compliant mean?
That's a good joke. The SEC, the standards and shit.
Oh yeah,
the Securities Exchange Commission. They come in and make sure that people are not doing illegal shit.
Securities and Exchange Commission to promote transparency, prevent fraud, and protect investors.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay,
even though they constantly fail, but that's another conversation for another day. But
you know what?
Yeah.
I don't like when people pass their insecurities on to other people.
Yeah, same.
I think she has a problem. Same. Rich, I think you're perfect.
Yeah, totally. Like if you don't post now, if you're posting on social media 17 times a day and you never post about her, that's a red flag. But if you rarely post, and when you do post, it's posts with her for the most part, back off, bitch. He's just not a social media person. Would you rather have someone who's not a social media person or someone who's on social media all the time, DMing people and shit? Fucking let them be.
I think a couple of things. I think if you don't post that much, maybe you have 200 followers. So what's it matter if he posts or
Who
not
gives a shit?
if no one's watching?
As long as
I
you're
also
on the fucking thing and people can see it, who cares? But go on.
I also think he says here, and in my honest opinion, she and her friends post way too much about their lives. I think
Yeah.
her friends chime in and being like, "Well, we don't see him posting anything about your own
Yeah.
life." So
Yeah.
I think that, well, let me say this. My ex was closeted. And so he wouldn't post anything about me because he couldn't show the world, or he wasn't ready to tell the world that he was in a gay relationship. And so
Right.
he would say to me, "Hey, it's Valentine's Day, you should post something nice." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not fair that you expect me to, but you won't. If I post it, I would want you to repost it. And it's sad to me that you
Right.
won't." And so like
Mhm.
if there's nothing, I get that. And so if someone's account looks as if they're not committed to anyone, I think that's a problem. But he
Mhm.
said he has stuff about her, he just doesn't post that much. I don't think
Right.
I think that she has a problem. She and her friends need to like
I agree.
stop um they need to stop, I guess, defining their relationship by like their social media presence. That's so
Yeah.
stupid.
They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and I disagree. It's hell hath no fury like a woman whose friends are stirring the pot around her. Like,
Yeah,
why isn't it
totally.
posting more about you, Jennifer? Yeah, no, she's being annoying. I'm not telling you to make this a huge fight and say the frat chat guy stole us, said I was right, so fuck off. But I don't know. You're going to have to communicate with her. I would try at least to say, listen, I'm not on social media that often. You're on it as much as I can possibly be. Like, I'm not going to post anymore. It's not you. I don't like social media. And if she really can't understand that, and it's such a contention, I'm not telling you to break up, but maybe you two might not be right for each other. And
You better let her
around
know that her and her insecure titties better back the fuck up.
That's right. Her insecure titties need to get a hold of herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. And I'm not gonna lie, this might be tough to hear too. At around 2 years is when a lot of relationships go poof. This is around the time
It's like
where
shit go off
people
the
just
pot type
can't.
of deal.
It is, but also it's like where because it's almost like a scientific thing because the first 6 months it's like the honeymoon period. You know what I mean? You like sure
Lots
you
of
might have
sex.
little arguments, but it's like lots of sex. You're happy with each other. You're keeping your crazy under bay. Then you're working towards that 1 year, the first holidays together, so you have that to look forward to. And then once you get all the first out of the way, the second year is when you start really noticing who the person really is, and they start everybody lets down their guard, they're more secure about themselves, they start showing who they are. Maybe the room gets a little messier, maybe it's been a while since they talked to another girl, so maybe they start DMing girls. Like, things start happening that the real them will come out, and by the end of year two, some people have had enough. And that's like Simo said, the make it or break it point, the shit or get off the pot. It's like, can you tolerate this person or are you fucking done? And in many cases, people are fucking done. Like, I have to say, I can't believe that I've been with Julie for over 8 years. It doesn't feel that long, but other my other relationships, we lasted about 2 years, and at the 2 year, it was like it felt like we needed to move on because we were gonna kill each other type thing. Like we just were not meant to be. Meanwhile, with Julie, it doesn't feel like the first 2 years flew, and even this time, I can't believe we've been together so long. So there is a difference. So I don't know, man. I think Rich, you sound like a cool guy. I think that if it's not meant to be, you'll be okay. So I would tell you, girl,
I
uh,
I
to back
also
up.
think that next time, Rich, you're hanging out with your girlfriend and her friends, I would just call it out. Just that me personally. I would be like, listen, how many times do I need to post to get you guys off my back? And
Yeah,
I also think it's fair though to say like, listen, if it's Valentine's Day, if it's your anniversary, if it's her birthday, you should probably at the very least make a story.
totally, totally.
But because he said that he has a few posts, I'm assuming he does that. So I would ask the friends like I would pull it out I would say, you know,
Don't
I
pull it out.
display my acts of love. Huh? Don't pull it
She
out.
said
Is
I
that what
would
you
pull
said?
it out.
I'll pull this out of the hat. I would say I display my acts of love this way. I don't think I should have to defend myself, but I'm getting a lot of heat for not
Mhm.
being performative. But you don't know what else I do. Like I love this girl and I do these following things. And I would like to think that these actions speak for themselves. And I'm sorry that I don't keep you guys, you know, posted with every act of love, but like let's talk about this. I would talk to the whole
Yeah,
group. I don't think it's just her. I think it's her friends.
that's true. I agree. I was like, can you guys get off my fucking back? Like, you're killing me here. Like, you can be, like, come on. I agree. That could be a conversation to be had, especially, like, for example, I love Julie's friends for the most part. They're all pretty great.
For the
There's
most
always
part,
you can't love
there's, al-
everybody you meet,
there's
but
always one thing I like. Oh,
yeah, there's like a 98.5% rate with Julie's friends that so far
is there
so
one
good.
that's always chronically single? And she's like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, I might know.
Yeah, right. I will say it is tough for single girl in New York City. They've kind of made me appreciate that a little bit. Some of her single friends. There are some fucking losers in the city sometimes, man.
What, the men or the girls?
The
The
men.
men.
Like maybe the girls too. I don't know, but like for the guys, some of these dudes out there, they're just like, good lord, like. I mean, it sucks for them because they're going to waste $200 to get rejected, but you know, it's like, whew, it's tough out there for a single girl. So shout out to ladies. I get it now. But yeah, I don't know, Rich. I think it might be time to run away, buddy. Just run away.
Yeah.
Anywho, on to the next one. And wait, what's your guy's name? Oh, he was Rich. Okay, because my guy is. Oh, it's another Chris from Maryland. Hey,
Uh-oh.
maybe you guys
It
are
wasn't me.
twins.
It wasn't me, unless he's gay and beautiful.
I was sitting in the shower. It wasn't me.
It wasn't
So
me.
he goes, "Hey guys, I need an outside opinion because my friends are divided on this. So we went out last weekend. And one of our friends lives about 40 minutes away. He lives about 40 minutes farther away than the rest of us. He was pretty drunk by the end of the night, so we all got into the same Uber to head home. And within the first few minutes of the ride, though, it was clear he was functioning because he was very fucking loud, talking, very aware of everything, just being a total asshole, snapping at the driver, arguing with us, acting like we were inconveniencing him for existing. After a few minutes, we realized he was fine and just drunk and annoying, not in danger. So we each put our addresses into the trip like normal stops and got out when we reached them, leaving him to finish the rest of the ride to his place. The next morning, we found out he threw up in the Uber after we had already gotten out. Now there's a huge cleanup fee, and he's insisting that we split the entire fare evenly, including
No.
the extra 40-minute extension to his house, and the puke charge. Of course. His logic is that we were all in it together, quote unquote. And my logic is that he's the one who lives far away and he's the only one who threw up after we were gone. Am I wrong for refusing to split that evenly, or is he just trying to spread out the cost of his own bad decisions? Chris from Maryland. See, Chris from Maryland, I feel like, unlike you, maybe CMO would be the guy throwing up in the car.
No, I would never
No,
throw
but
up in the
CMO's
car. I would
nice.
shit my pants.
That's right. He would poop himself. It would
I
come
would
out the
poop
other end.
myself, and I would pay it, and I wouldn't tell a soul.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I think that your friend is a piece of shit, dude. Like, what? Is he that poor or something? But you, for one thing, if you puke in the Uber fee or in the Uber, there's not a chance in hell we're splitting the Uber puke fee, the cleanup fee. I didn't puke in the fucking car. I didn't make you drink it so much that you had to puke. You did that on your own, dude. So even if they would have taken you all the way home, you still would have had to pay that entire puke fee. It's not about whether they were in the car or not. You puke, you pay. That is it. And also, you live 40 fucking minutes further away and you want to split it. That's like the guy at the restaurant who orders like 17 rum and cokes, like the fucking steak, while everybody else gets like a salad, and then the check comes and he's like, "So we're gonna split this evenly, right?" It's like, "No, you fucking bitch! I got the salad and the water. Mine is $6. Yours is 300. We're not gonna fucking go halfsies on this, you motherfucker." Yeah, no, you're not
I
the asshole.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. I had a roommate a little while back who she had a folding chair and she was standing on a folding you shouldn't stand on a folding chair. She was standing on
no,
a folding chair to reach up something over like we had a stove and then above the stove there's a microwave.
right?
And then above that there were some cabinets. And so we kept the spices. So she was standing on this folding chair um reaching at this high shelf and she fell through the folding chair as people do, and the folding chair hit the glass of the oven door and broke it, right, shattered the oven. And so she was like to the roommate text chain, we're gonna have to pay for a new oven. The landlord's gonna charge us. And I was like, no girl, no 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 no,
No, no,
you're gonna have
no.
to pay for that. And
Yeah, the
so
landlord's gonna charge you.
I know that that was a big chunk of change for her, and at the time I think that was a tough pill to swallow. But that's how life works. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you break it, you
So
buy it. Hmm.
yeah, absolutely. So I think that Chris from Maryland, you have every right to say. I don't know what your friend's name is, but Joe Schmo, like, let me explain to you how life works. I mean, like, if you do this, you have to own up to it and pay for it. And I also think that you shouldn't invite him out anymore. If he's not obnoxious when he's drunk, don't drink with
Yeah,
him.
and like obnoxious when he's drunk and having no self awareness after the fact. Because I have friends who get hammered and sometimes they act like dicks, but then the next day they're like, "I'm so sorry, I was just hammered," and like whatever. Like okay, they can apologize or they're not like that. But if they take no accountability and they just keep pushing it after the fact when they're sober, like this person's unbearable. Like yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah. I also think if this person is a train wreck when they're drunk and they live 40 minutes further than everyone else, it's easy to phase this guy out. Phase him out.
Yeah, that's true. That's
He can
definitely
find
true.
friends closer to
just,
home.
just exactly, or just make sure that he takes his own Ubers home and never get in it again. Be like, under no circumstance am I getting in the Uber with you. If you drink too much, run your own. Sometimes it's best to fucking rip the cord. But it's also the fact, not just that he like got you drunk and puke, because that shit happens. We've all been there. But it's the fact that he was a total dick to everybody, and including
Yeah.
the Uber driver and shit. It's like, what did the Uber driver do to you? You know what I mean? I hate when people would like take shit out on like a total stranger who's literally just doing nothing other than taking you home. It's like, come on. So, yeah, fuck this guy, dude. Face him out for sure. Mhm.
Yep. I agree. So next up, we've got Jackson from Monmouth, New Jersey.
Monmouth.
Monmouth.
Actually, our good friend of the show, Chamber, lives very close to there.
Oh, you know what? Bruce is from Monmouth, but I didn't know it was spelled Monmouth. Monmouth.
I, I came to Monmouth last night. I mean, to Monmouth.
um, so I think, and I know that if you're from Monmouth, you're probably Eagles fan,
Yeah,
right?
usually. Well, it depends actually. But yeah, it's like depends how far I guess South Monmouth, because then you start getting towards the southern parts of Jersey where things are weird. But
Yeah.
yeah,
All
just
right.
different.
So Jackson wrote, "Dear Frat Chat, I'm writing on behalf of my buddy who I think is going to make a big mistake." Remember those
Uh,
commercials? If you don't shop at Bill's Carpet Fair, you're making a big mistake. Remember that?
No, that's hilarious.
There's
Oh
like a
god.
stupid, and there's also, remember that guy who was like, he had the worst Baltimore accent? He's like, this is in Baltimore, but he'd be like, "Hi, I'm Joe Tamarchio, and boy, do I have a deal for you. Here
I
are Joe
remember that.
Tires."
I remember that. Yeah.
What a
Oh
loser.
god, that's amazing.
Okay,
Wait,
so
I
anyway,
found Bill. Can you hear it?
I can't hear anything.
That's all right. He goes, if you don't see Bill, you're making a big mistake. Yeah, I got it. Got it.
Oh, big. So Jackson writes, Dear Frat Chat, I'm writing on behalf of my buddy who I think is going to make a big mistake. He's going to his girlfriend's parents' house for dinner, and I need someone else to coach him on proper etiquette because he won't listen to me. Ruben is from the South. Well, Ruben, is that south of the border or that's
Or
just south?
Ruben. I don't know. Well, there's no accent on it, so I think it's Ruben.
Well, white people don't really appreciate accents.
That's right.
If a white person wrote it,
Is this
he's from
Ruben?
Jersey.
Ruben? Yeah, I think this is Ruben from the South. He has his own condiments, so I feel like this is definitely very South Carolina, Florida.
Maybe.
That's where
So
I'm going.
it
Maybe
says
Atlanta.
Ruben is from the South and has a tendency to bring his own condiments everywhere. I'm talking his favorite brands of hot sauce or barbecue sauce and
Yeah,
even his
that's South.
own favorite spices. And to top it off, he carries it all in a dingy fanny pack. What a loser.
Wait. I failed to see the problem. He's my best friend. Yo, Ruben, pass me the hot sauce. Zip.
Oh, we're going to dinner. Oh, let me run home and grab my condiment pack.
That's right. Hey, if
So,
you've ever been in a restaurant and asked for a fucking sauce that's intricate for your food, whether they forget the ketchup for your fries or your burger or the barbecue or whatever, and you're sitting there waiting, and the waiter fucking takes forever to come, and your food's getting cold, and everybody's eating around you, you can't eat, then you would respect having a Reuben around. So I
you know what?
salute you.
I was in Austin last week, and there's this diner on South Congress that I love. It's called Jane's Diner. It has like
Mhm.
huge lips, like a big lips, marquee light out in front, and I love their white bean hummus. I love their tacos. I love their bowls. But when I asked for French fries, because they have really good French fries, I was like, "Do can I have a side of barbecue?" They said we don't have barbecue, and I was like, "What? In
Uh,
Texas?"
yeah,
Um,
what?
they didn't have it. They had like Chipotle aioli. Isn't aioli your nipple?
No, that's areola.
Oh, I was like, a lot of places at aioli. I was like, I don't
Come
want to
here
see
and
your
get a lick
aioli.
of Uncle Steve's aioli. I put barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah, so I was like, there's no barbecue sauce in Texas, but anyway, okay. So back to what Jackson said. So he said, then to top it off, he carries it all in a digi fanny pack. The boys and I have given him leeway at low budget restaurants, but we've completely stopped inviting him to fancier places because we find his behavior both embarrassing and offensive to the restaurant. I can see that. We
Yeah.
all think that his new girlfriend is the best thing that happened to him. And if he wears his fanny pack to his girlfriend's mother's house and refuses her steak sauce because his is better, it's over. Therefore, can you please knock some sense into him? You guys rock. Jackson from Monmouth, New Jersey.
Oof. Yeah. Wow.
He's got to
I
leave at
was.
home. He can't. So
Yeah.
what's his name? Ruben. If you're listening, I'm sure you are. You gotta leave that shit at home. You have to leave it at home and just suck it up and just, you know what? Her mom might not have the condiments of your choosing, but it's just one day. It's just one meal. And
Yeah.
then but that's a turn off though.
And I actually agree with Jackson here that it's cool at lower budget restaurants. Like there's a difference between bringing the fanny pack fill of your condiments to Applebee's as it is like Peter Luger's. And also at Peter Luger's, like they have their own steak sauce and they bring it to you first thing with the meal because it's so good. People put it on like everything, so they give you like a fucking like your own like tub of it. And it's right there in the middle of the table for you. You can have as much that my mouth is literally watering for talking about it, and you can have as much as you want. Here, Jackson clearly says that the girlfriend's mother has her own steak sauce, so there will be sauce there. You already know. You just have to trust the sauce. It's part of the meal if she has her own steak sauce, especially if it's homemade. You want to fucking try that. That sounds dope. So don't be a little bitch. I agree. It's one meal, and if you hate it, then you can then tell your girl like I need to figure out a way to sneak a sauce, and you can fucking put it up your anal cavity for all I care. But the fanny pack to dinner is definitely not something that you reveal on the first time. to your future in-laws. You know,
I agree.
it's just not. You know, maybe later on, if you get friends with the dad, you can be like, hey, you know, I have this thing I do. I have this fanny pack. You know, and then bring it in that way. You know, but yeah, no. Come on,
I
Ruben.
think that his girlfriend has probably already told the mom, by the way, I really like this guy, but he has this fanny pack of condiments. And so the mom might be prepared for it. And if he shows up without the fanny pack, then everyone at that table is going to know that he's making an effort.
That's right, which is nice, which is very nice. I do wish we had a picture of the fanny pack though, because I kind of want to see it. I kind of
Me
picturing like
too.
that picture of The Rock in the '90s with the turtleneck and the the chain and the fanny pack,
Yep, I
but it's
remember.
full of hot sauce. That's Ruben. It's like an old like Alf fanny pack. There's like barbecue sauce stains and shit all over it.
Maybe. You know, I
It's
have a
just Alf's
friend.
mouth.
I have a friend that's from Maryland and she lives in Chicago. We went to college together. Hi, Haley. So she used to bring a little miniature thing of Old Bay in her purse, and so if she went to restaurants, she'd pull it out and sprinkle it on her French fries or like tater tots. I love Old Bay, so
Yeah,
I would be like, "Hey, girl, you got the Old Bay on you? Can I have some?" So like, I feel hypocritical complaining about this because I supported the Old Bay, but we
but
we,
that
we
was
would
one
never.
thing. That was
It's
one
one
thing,
thing.
and you can buy mini Old Bay. I guess you can get like mini hot sauce, but like once you have an entire assortment, that's kind of taking it
Correct.
to the extreme.
But we never did that at like a 5-star restaurant. It was always
Right.
like getting like tater tots at the local like, you know, dive bar.
Totally. I 100% agree. Like, there's
Yeah,
a time
Ruben,
and
you
a
got to get it
place.
together, buddy.
Totally. Like, if you go to the buffet, for example, fuck yeah, bring your fanny pack of condiments. Who no one's gonna judge you? It's a buffet. Do what you want. If you are, at a 5-star restaurant, don't do it. Well, if you are going to your mom's house, who fucking birthed you and raised you, bring your stupid fanny pack. Who gives a shit? She's not gonna judge you. She probably does it herself or taught you. If you're going to her mom's house, do not bring the fanny pack. It's not fucking for them. So, time and a place, buddy, is what I would say.
You know what? His girlfriend probably told the mom, by the way, this is his favorite brand. If she's trying to impress her boyfriend, she's probably like, this is his favorite brand of steak sauce, and can you make sure we have that?
Totally.
Because obviously you want to impress the family, but if this girl really likes Ruben, the family's going to try their best to impress Ruben too, and
I agree. I agree.
let's just cross your fingers. You might have all the condiments that you like there,
Yeah, give him a chance, Ruben. Give him a
or try
chance.
something new. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
don't.
they'll make a different cuisine you've never had before, and you'll love it.
Yeah,
I never, if you tell a young kid, raw fish dipped in soy sauce is a good thing, they're gonna say, ew, gross. But when you get older and you get a more sophisticated palate, and then you try sushi for the first time, you're like, where has this been all my life? So you never
right.
know.
Totally.
Try something new. I didn't know I was gay until I tried it in the butt, and I was like, yes, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. I'll try anything once. That's why I'm a homo. Waka waka.
Where he slipped and fell and had that plunger incident in 1997. He made some discoveries for himself.
No,
So
what
yeah,
happened was I was playing like laser tag in the backyard at this like at my friend's house, and I fell on a sprinkler, and I was like, oh, this is life changing.
and then it turned on.
I was like, "Brrr, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So Ruben, you and your insecure titties need to get out of here and drop the fanny pack. And yeah, give him a chance. So we'll move on that. Good friend there, Jackson, for trying to take care of your buddy there. We salute you. We salute you.
Mm-hmm.
We need more friends like that in the world. Anyways, on to the next one. We got Adam from Chicago, CMO's old stomping grounds. He goes, "What's up, guys? So I'm writing because I'm stuck in my own head right now. So the other night, my girlfriend and I were having some quality time.
Waka
Oh,
waka.
yeah. Everything was going great. And then, out of nowhere, something just shut down. My little guy decided It was clocking out early. Oh, that sucks. My girlfriend was cool about it, said it was fine, but I could tell it threw the vibe off a little. Now, here's the problem. Ever since then, I feel this pressure every time we start to get close, if you know what I mean. I'm overthinking everything, wondering if it's going to happen again, which, of course, makes it more likely to happen again. It's like the more I try to make sure I'm good, the less cooperative things are. She hasn't been mean about it, but I feel like I'm on performance review. How do I get out of my head and stop making this worse than it needs to be? Is this just a confidence thing, or is this something I should actually be doing? Adam from Chicago. Wow. Well, I will say, getting in your head can happen to the best of us. You know, it's like peeing in public. You know what I mean? Not everybody can do it.
Yeah.
Someone's watching. There's like this extra pressure on yourself. It's not going to help things. You need to relax. You need to not be thinking about your wiener working. You need to be thinking about the fact that you have someone naked who's attracted to you and you're attracted to who is willing to bang you, dude. And if needed, go into the spank bank and think of your best times, you know, and give you some aid there. But if you the entire time you're thinking about your little guy down below performing, as a previous listener has said, or literally you said, your little guy, then you know it's going to happen. You said it yourself. It makes it more likely to happen if you're thinking about it. So don't think about it so much. It's fine. You have to relax.
Be thinking baseball, 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 baseball.
That's right.
That's what I think when I want to blow a load too soon. So I think couple things. One, there's a lot of over-the-counter things you can buy to enhance the performance.
Yeah.
There's also prescription things you can get.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I guess as a qualifying question, were you drunk? Maybe just don't be wasted if you're having, like, if I drink whiskey, a lot of it, I get whiskey dick.
Whiskey dick's a thing. And no, or maybe if you're totally sober and just literally can't stop thinking about your boner, which then makes it go away, then have like 2 beers before you do it so you can relax, or 2 glasses of wine or something. Just kind of unwind a little bit. And so then you can be fun and relaxed and not thinking about, God, is my boner working? Ah! Because that does make it happen. Like it does, that extra pressure is going to make it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man, you got to get out of your head. Do what you got to do to get out of your head. Maybe have a couple drinks. Maybe be sober. Who knows? But it can be, you know, performance anxiety can be a thing. It happens to a lot of dudes. Not I, because, you know, doing backflips in the bedroom and shit.
Doesn't happen to you because you're still a virgin.
That's right.
What's the matter?
That's right. Father Thomas stopped returning my calls after I had the whole cop incident, you know. And then there went my chance.
You know, I asked Carlos, I said, can you draw a diagram of female genitalia? And he drew a flower.
I drew this little guy right here. He's your little vagina monster. He comes out of there like, that's why you have to wait until you're 40 to have sex. That's what my mom always told me. Isn't that the thing?
Yeah.
Right? Because they'll bite it off otherwise.
I'm making up for lost time. I'm 40. I'll be 41 soon.
Nice. Yeah, maybe it'll be too early in my wedding night, but you know, maybe a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what it's like. I hear it feels like apple pie, but mostly from American Pie. But I'm telling you, I've ruined a lot of pies, and I don't think that felt very great. You know, the crust was kind of hard, but you know, just saying. Anyways,
well, I'm gay, so it feels more like the inside of a chili dog.
Oh, I'll have to try that. I love a good chili dog.
And then making lovey smells like shit, lube, and shame. Sorry.
Oh, the old SLS combo. I love it.
People are like, it's hard to be gay. Yeah, politically, but it's also like it's hard to like, you know, flush that shit out and like always be prepared. And like,
You know how tough
you
it is to
know,
buy new sheets in this economy? Mm-mm.
yeah, that's
Mm-mm.
why we need to hook up on linen. That's why we all work at department stores. I think
That's
that
right.
also like, going out to dinner and like smelling everyone's steak, but being restricted to only eating like salads, it's
Oof.
very, it's hard on you emotionally.
And linen is just so expensive. CMO has to lay down newspaper on his bed now, and then the crinkling gets in his head.
Yeah.
He's doing
Plastic sheets.
it.
I went to the doctor and they put that paper on the examination
Yeah,
bench. I was like, "Hey, can I take one of these home with me?
take
Can
this
I
home
can I
with
have?
me.
I could really
Every
use
time
it."
CMO goes to do it. Oh, hold on a second.
Exactly. I went out for Maryland crabs last time I was home, and I was like, "Can I take a roll of this brown paper home with me, please?" You
I'll
gotta
take some Old
understand.
Bay too.
If you don't let me take it, then I might claim that you're homophobic.
That's right.
Do you want to be generous? Do you want to be a bigot? You know what I mean? So,
I
anywho,
also take these condiments for my fanny pack. I need these. Anyways.
exactly. Okay,
Oh,
so
shit.
my next one is Mark from Dayton, Ohio. You know what's funny is so once upon a time, so I did Baltimore Fashion Week
Okay.
years ago, and then someone reached out to me that helped start Baltimore Fashion Week, and they're from Dayton. And I said, sure, let's
Okay.
do it. And then my mom was like, do you know where Dayton is? I said, no. And she's like, it's in Ohio. I was like, oh, I'm not doing a fashion week in Ohio. So I called them
Yeah.
back and I said, sorry, I'm not interested. Like, everything okay? I was like, I didn't know where Dayton was.
Oh
Sorry,
my
I'm not interested. But I
god.
hear that Dayton's like a fun part of Ohio, but I was like, I'm not doing I've done Fashion Week in New York. I'm not going to Ohio. So anyway, now I
Where did
don't
you
do any
think it
fashion
was? Like
shows.
Daytona?
I don't know. I have no idea where I thought it was. I don't know maps. Okay. So Mark from Dayton, Ohio.
I will say it does
He's
look nice. And there's water by it and shit. And buildings look nice. It kind of looks like Austin a little bit.
isn't Dayton where the Haitians were eating your dogs?
I don't remember exactly where it
It was
was, but
Ohio, I think.
supposedly, even though it turned out it was just an American lady on PCP, like or some
I,
shit
I
like that.
I think, man, Laura Loomer is such a cunt. She really rode that wave. What a
Yeah.
bitch.
Well,
She looks so
Trump
like a
too.
clown.
They're eating the cats and dogs. They're eating. Jesus Christ.
I
Anyway.
think Laura Loomer looks like the evil character in Saw. Do you know who Laura Loomer is?
Oh, yeah, of course.
What a
She is
fugly
terrifying.
bitch. Ugh, gross.
I have a game for you to play.
Yeah.
You want to win the midterms? Yeah, she is kind of terrifying. Whoever does MAGA plastic surgery, I think is secretly a Democrat.
Yeah.
Say, come here, baby. I'm gonna make you look great. Because these people come out looking like it's like a pranksman played on them or something. Because it's like, good lord.
Wasn't there an article a while back that said that like she couldn't buy a firearm, or maybe she bought one illegally because she had a case of mental illness?
Oh man.
Wasn't there something about that? You know what? I hate to say it, but like sometimes you can look at people and they just look a little off. So like, so I feel like
That's
we
funny.
look at her and that's her personal style. Part of me is like, okay, she might be a little nutty. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm mentally ill myself. I've spent my whole life on depression meds. So like I'm not dogging the mentally ill community, but I am saying that like
Yeah.
she just looks off.
Yeah. Apparently, see, Laura Loomer is federally prohibited from purchasing or possessing firearms under the federal law 18 USC, whatever, due to records in the NICS system flagging prior involuntary mental health commitments under Florida's Baker Act. Florida FDLE denied her concealed carry permit appeal, citing this exact disqualification, not a felony, but the mental health educations. Loomer attributes it to the FBI targeting after confronting James Comey, but official records point to documented commitments, including one in 2019 after a tweet suggesting suicidal ideations, an early one as a teen per family reports. So she said she bought a weapon legally before the flag appeared. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Weird.
her face makes me so uncomfortable. And like, so I don't know. Like, okay, I know you're gonna get upset about this, but Michael Jackson's face was scary looking. So when you look at someone like that, it's like, okay, they're not dealing with a full deck. And so
Yeah.
I attribute that to Laura Loomer. I look at her face, I'm like, this bitch is cray. What a dumb cunt. I hate her. I
Yeah.
hate her so much.
Yeah. And I will say also, whatchamacallit, with Michael Jackson, clearly there was a lot of issues there, mental issues. Like his dad apparently would always make fun of his nose and be like, you have like a big nose, whatever, call him big nose and shit. And he had to think about it. But it was also a case of he had so much work that eventually like there was like little cartilage left. So he actually had like a prosthesis that he put on towards the end. But it's like once you fuck it up, then you try to go backwards and fix it. Because there's a period where I thought he looked pretty good. Like 91 Michael Jackson. If you would have stopped fucking with the nose
The
then,
black and white video? Yeah, he
yeah,
looked good
yeah,
then.
would have been fantastic. But he just had to keep going. And then the thing gets smaller and smaller. And, I think there was a point where he realized he had fucked up and he was trying to fix it, but like there's nothing he can do. Like it was, if anything, making it worse. So I feel bad for him in that sense, that it was definitely something that that it's childhood rooted, and the security that his father even exploited is pretty fucking sad. Laura Loomer, I don't know. I really don't have any empathy for her looking like the fucking monster for Saw. And now that you said that, I can't unsee it. That's all I can see.
Yeah. She's scary.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
So Mark from Dayton, Ohio says, Dear Frat Chat, my boyfriend and I recently got dinner with our favorite married couple, and they were shocked to find out that we don't share locations.
Oh.
Ooh. They've been doing this for years. Carlos, is this a straight person thing? And at what point does this become cute transparency versus low budget FBI surveillance? I would appreciate both a gay and straight perspective. Thanks, Mark from Dayton, Ohio.
Well, you can give the Gates perspective, and I'll shoot with my straight perspective after.
I think sharing your location is an indication that you don't trust the other person. And I think that so if by chance if you're a parent and you have your children share their locations with you, I think that's a safety thing. So I get
Right.
it. In this day and age, especially if you live in a MAGA community, apparently MAGA men can't keep their hands to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
If you live down the street from a MAGA mega church pastor, I would be like, okay, guys, don't walk in front of that person's house and make sure you share your locations with me at all times. So
Right.
so I don't think it's a bad thing all the time, but I do think that if there's an expectation that you share your location, I think that's a little weird, and
Yeah.
I had my mom and dad share their locations because remember when my mom got her medicinal marijuana card and she was just taking
Right.
the gummies and wandering
Totally.
off. I would call her back. I'd be like, Mama, how's it going? And she's like, Baby, I wandered off again. I'm like, oh no, where are you? She's like, I'm freaking out, messing diner. Okay, so we had to fix this. So I have to share locations.
Right.
That's
Right.
different. But
I agree.
if the expectation is for a healthy relationship to share locations, it's not a healthy relationship. It's a relationship built on mistrust.
Yeah, I agree. I do know that it is a thing on the straight side. Like I know like some of Julie's friends share fucking locations, and I'm pretty sure they force. And it's not just her friends, but I have seen a lot of girls who kind of like force people to share locations, and guys too. It's not just women. But I hate it. I feel like it is like a sign of I don't trust you, and it's like I mean, fine. If you want to see that I'm sitting in the couch all goddamn day, that's good. That's up to you. But I don't want to fucking share that. Like, it's like if Julie was like, I need to know where your location is at all times, I'd be like, nope, it's just not gonna happen. Just like I wouldn't ask her to share location. The only thing I have turned on is when she uses Ubers and shit like that and lifts. It sends me a little like Julie's on her way type thing. But that's because, like with Ubers and Lyfts, there have been stories where, you're writing, ladies writing late nights and shit happens and they disappear or whatever. So at least here there's a record that she was in this Uber or whatever, so that we can track it down type thing. And heaven forbid something happens or she gets a creepy Uber driver or whatever. But Julie tells her she's going to be at bar A, whatever, at I am assuming she's going to be there. I don't need to fucking verify that. I'm going to be playing video games when she's away anyways. You know what I mean? Or going to do my own thing if I have a show or whatever, like the fuck we got to do. It is what it is. And I assume that she also can take my word at face value because we've never given each other a reason to doubt what each other is saying. So now I will say, back in college, when I had a certain relationship that I got hammered and this girl kissed me and, we broke up, I cheated. So in that particular case, I could have seen my girlfriend being like, I can't trust you anymore. I need to know where you're at. And then, at that point, I gave her a reason to feel that way. And it's my fault.
Yeah,
being an ass fuck.
I agree with that.
So if you've never done anything and this is coming from out of left field, then I would look at it in an annoying way and be like, what the fuck? This bitch trying to control me? What the hell? But if you have been an asshole or have given her a reason, or, you turn out that you were at some place with someone who you weren't supposed to be, or you met up with your long lost high school girlfriend without telling your current girlfriend, or a million other things of the sort, then, maybe you should listen to her and regain the trust. So I feel like there's some things that are kind of missing here that would help me give you a decision. But you get those two angles. If you fucked up, do the damn thing. But if you haven't, then yeah, she's controlling and asking for too much. But that's just me.
I have two things to
or
say.
He. Sorry,
One,
because he's gay.
correct. So two things. One is, let's say there's a lot of cases of Uber drivers abducting women. Mm-hmm. I think it's fair for you to say to your fiance, listen, anytime you're in an Uber, please share your not necessarily your location, but share your ride with your friends or with me, and please just text me so I know you've got there okay. I think that's fair. Right. But otherwise I think it's a bit much. So the second thing I want to say is, if this straight couple, so Mark, your straight couple friend, if they're like, look at us, we're so happy and we share everything. If they have to say it,
yeah,
I don't think they're happy. I think that
it's like a cult. They're lying to themselves and to you. We're so happy. Look, it's like that couple that looks miserable with kids, but tells everybody else that they should be having kids because they're a joy. No, they just want someone else to be miserable with them.
Yeah, they want to commiserate together.
Yep. Absolutely. So they brainwash themselves into believing that this is cool somehow. Maybe someone else did it to them. And now they're trying to do it to you to make their cult grow so they feel better about themselves. But nah, fuck that. So
the married couple's probably like, wait, you don't sleep in separate rooms? Oh, wow. Look at
this
that.
This is crazy. Look at that. You crazy kids these days. Yeah. So I don't know, Mark. It depends on what you're doing. But good luck to thee. Anywho, on to the next one. So, this one, it's a quickie. I like it, and it's a lady.
Quickie but a goodie.
It's Emily from LA. Good to know the ladies are writing in. She goes. I'm sorry. Hey guys, love the show. Random question. Does CMO really have a creepy uncle? You guys make a recurring joke about it a lot, so I was just wondering what the tea is. Again, that's Emily from LA. And I just want to say, for the record, guys, CMO's uncle does not, I repeat, does not diddle kids anymore. He's been taken away. He's safely away. Things are good, you guys. You don't have to worry. He got transferred to Father Thomas. Last I heard, they were in a low security prison with Ghislaine Maxwell playing with their puppy. You know, they're playing fetch.
Yeah, my uncle used to play a little game called Run Till I Put My Finger in Your Butthole.
That's right.
Everyone was a winner. No, so no, I don't have any creepy uncles. It's fun to joke about, but I don't have any creepy uncles. But I do have an aunt that I don't like very much, and I talk about her in stand up.
Yeah.
She over the years has said some pretty racially charged things, and it's clear that she's homophobic. And actually, she when her son got married, they invited the entire family except for my sister and I. And I know that they like my sister, but I think that they felt as if if they exclude me, they have to exclude her too.
Oh,
And at
that's
first I was like, well,
shitty.
maybe it's because we're liberal, but no, my parents are liberal too, and they were invited. So it was very evident that they don't appreciate or approve or accept my orientation. And I've
Wow,
always
that's
been good to them, but they don't like me. And so in essence, I don't try. So I don't like her. And I think it's only fair for me to talk about this on stage.
yeah, I agree. Someone makes you feel a certain way. That's fair game. And
So I don't have a creepy uncle. I have an atrocious, bigoted, fugly aunt.
yeah, yeah. And the creepy guy is not the real uncle. It's that's that friend that your dad has to say, "Hey, say hi to your Uncle Jimmy, and let's go to the pool party with Uncle Jimmy. Why
Yeah,
don't you
Uncle Jim.
put on your bathing suit and take a picture with Uncle Jimmy?
Yeah,
Why
and
don't
Uncle
you sit on his
Jimmy's
lap?"
his hugs linger.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you let Uncle Jimmy get into bed with you with a boner and his underwear and run for Congress with
Uncle Jimmy smells like mothballs.
and
Uncle
whiskey.
Jimmy's breath smells like kibbles and bits. And he has a dog collar in his nightstand. Just saying.
And you told me to call him Sparky. What is happening? Oh boy. Yeah. Wow. These are.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, so my coworker and I in Austin went to this bar. It was this local gay bar, and this woman she was very proud to tell us that she was part of the pup community. And she's like, I know it's for men. I know that I'm a guest in their house, but I don't know, like a pup master or something. But she was talking
Okay.
about it straight faced. And I'm not one to like bash kinks.
Right.
But she was approaching this in a manner that made it seem like this is like common knowledge. And I just kept nodding my head like, oh yeah, that's cool, good for you. That's and I was trying to be supportive, but um I wanted to be like, let me break it to you. Like, just because I'm gay doesn't mean that like I like eat out of dog bowls and like I don't have people don't walk me, But I don't know. I think she's very nice, and I think that it came off like let's say the first time I met you, I was like, oh, Carlos Garcia. Oh, just so you know, I've been to Shakira's concert twice. Or if I went to like a black person was like, just so you know, I voted for Obama.
To be
Like
fair,
that.
a lot of white people do that shit.
Really? Horrible.
Oh, you'd be surprised, dude. Like literally, I have personally seen white people go up to black people and be like, just so you know, man, I'm cool. I voted for Obama. And literally, like, it's like they look around and make sure no one's watching. It's like, I'm one of you. Invite me to the cookout.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I have her also say, I mean, white people, I know in some cases they mean well, but in some cases, the white people that mean well have said some of the most racist shit to me than the ones that want me to go fuck myself.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, Carlos is here. Great. I made his favorites, tacos. We got tortillas over here, buddy. We got special guacamole. And I'm like, fuck, I do love tacos. Don't get me wrong, but it's not for the reasons. It's not my national dish, bitch.
like, oh my God, you're from Venezuela? That's great. Guadalupe, my gardener, is from Guatemala.
That's
Do you
right.
know him? Oh, you don't
Literally.
know him?
Oh
Huh.
my god.
That's so
Literally.
interesting. You don't know?
Or
Okay.
even with
Okay.
Venezuela, it's like, oh, I met another Venezuelan. His name's Felipe. Were you guys friends? Do you know it? Do you know? It's like, no, I don't fucking know every Venezuelan. I
Did
lost
you
my
guys
list
cross
in the
the border
bus.
together? Were you on his back when he ran across the border?
That's right. Oh, he was my bunkmate. Totally. And then we got separated and lost contact. He went by Philip back then, though. So, yeah, no, people mean well.
Are
But they
your
said dumb as shit.
Carlos Garcia, are your arms tired from after swimming from Cuba?
Well,
I'm Venezuelan,
naturally.
so
So, how was the boat ride here? Tell me, was it difficult? Was it hard to be in the boat this whole time? A plane. You took a plane here. Wow. Look at the big boy giving a plane. Wow. Crazy.
so with all this ICE discussion, did any of your friends say to you, so Carlos, like, are you good? Like,
I
are you
have.
here legally?
I have
You
gone.
have?
Not the legally part, but have gone. Are you good? Is there
Oh
anything I can do?
God.
I appreciate it. I mean, it's concerning because they can just beat my ass and then be like it's been happening over and over. This just happened again last week. This dude, they fucking beat his ass, handcuffed him, bloodied him up, took him away. Then they realized because he had his ID in his phone case that it was a wrong guy. He was actually a U.S. citizen. And they're like, "Oh, sorry, man," and they just threw his ass out of the van that they had him in, like far away from his house. And he called his grandma, and he had to go to the hospital and shit. And she picked him up, and he had to get like stitches in his forehead and shit. It was bad. Now he's like waking up in nightmares and shit. Like they just beat his ass for no reason.
So what's the
So it can
accountability?
happen.
Does ICE like give them money for like pain and suffering? Like, can they sue?
Well, here's the thing: there is the question of federal immunity, and for the most part, they were just going around with no accountability. But I did see that I think in Minnesota, they did charge an ICE agent with a crime recently under state law. So it's up to the states to stand up for themselves and be like, enough is enough, because there's the difference between state crimes and federal crimes. And like Trump can federal pardon someone for federal crimes, but he can't do shit about state crimes. So there's just a question of where federal law supersedes state law and all these kind of things. So it's just tough. But for the most part, yeah, they're doing like I'm pretty sure the cop that killed Alex Preety is now back on duty.
I saw.
So it's
Horrible.
yeah, it's tough. But these are unprecedented times, and hopefully people keep fighting the good fight because that's the way to make sure that it doesn't become the norm. So stay active, people. Stay out there. And stop fucking checking in on me. I'm cool. Anyways, we each have one more to go.
So we just talked about my uncle. Okay.
That's right.
So here's my last one. This is from Jake from speaking of
wow, Minnesota.
Speaking of those that were murdered by ICE, this is Jake from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Jake, I hope you're staying safe, and I'm sorry that ICE terrorized your town. Mm-hmm. Not that I think that any state or city should have ICE. I think ICE should be abolished. But I felt like if it's a numbers game, wouldn't you go to a place that has statistically more immigrants? So I feel like it's just a
well, that's all it is. They're trying to go after the blue states and punish them.
Yeah.
And it was no coincidence that it was Tim Walz's states too.
Yeah.
Against him, and you look at, for example, a record that just came out, statistic is that Trump is not approving aid for blue states because they didn't vote for him. He literally targeted states that didn't vote for him and is taking away like disaster aid, things like that. He's just not approving it.
Which is so stupid because there's a lot of people in blue states that still vote for him. So like
Yeah,
if they
and
don't
also,
come to
yeah,
their senses, then like they're a lost cause.
absolutely. And but he's also even punishing districts that did vote for him. For example, he famously uh, blocked funding for this pipeline that would have given water to Coloradians, I don't know, people from Colorado, and Lauren
How do you
Boebert's
say
district,
Colorado?
Colorado,
I'm just kidding. Call back.
Colorado.
Call back
That's
from
right.
last week.
That's right, people. Write it down. But yeah, people. He blocked a water pipe that would have given fresh water to people in Colorado and Lauren Boebert's district because she signed the Epstein discharge thing, and he was pressuring her not to. So
Yeah.
this is a district that was mostly MAGA, and now they don't get water because they want the Epstein list that he promised out, and he's punishing them because to hurt her. So it's this is a man that famously wants people to suffer and die just because they didn't vote for him. So fuck him.
I think he's mad that she didn't jack him off too. That's
Yeah,
the
right.
real reason.
Probably.
He's like, I like ghosts. I like Beetlejuice. I like hand jobs.
why didn't you touch your mother, Schmeckle?
Yeah. Okay, so this email is my last one. This is Jake from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He says, "Dear Frat Chat, my girlfriend's mom can be a lot. And she follows me on Instagram and watches my stories within the first minute of posting without fail. These used to be my biggest grievance, but now I have bigger fish to fry. I was showing pictures from her profile to my buddies, and I accidentally liked a photo from 2018. Now
No.
what do I do? Is moving states enough? Please add me to your prayer list, and thanks in advance."
That's tough, dude. Jake from Minneapolis, dude. That is the
I
most
don't
awkward.
know. I
What
don't
to do,
know.
dude? Yeah, you stumped me, dude. That is so awkward. This is worse than the dude that got beat up from his girlfriend. This is worse than the guy who can't get it up anymore. This is so much worse. Like, this is so much worse. Oh my god. I don't know, dude.
He has to call it out. Like, I'm hoping it's like
Yeah.
a kosher photo and it'd be like, oh, I looked at your Instagram recently and I saw you in the most beautiful landscape. How was your trip to Greece? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, you got to find a way you have to call it out.
I would say maybe like be like blame the dog if you have a cat or something. Yeah, he like got on my keyboard and just it somehow liked it. I have no idea. Just whatever.
I
I
think that she's gonna note this if she's on Instagram that much, so you have to call it out. You have to.
She's gonna have 1,000% or on Facebook, whatever the fuck. Wow. But that's also why, and this is a bigger tip. It's obviously too late for you here, buddy.
Too late for you. Sorry,
Jake
man.
from Minneapolis, but this is why you should be mindful about being too close on social media with your significant other's family. Like, I don't think I'm Instagram friends with Julie's mom. And it's fine because I'm pretty sure that the few things that I have tagged Julie in where she collabs with us and it's clips from the show, her mom is horrified by. So I'm pretty sure she wouldn't want to see the half the shit I post anyways with my stand-up and frat chat. So it's fine. This is the way that we like each other. It's like you need to and I love Julie's family, obviously marrying into it. So it's just sometimes you got to have your own space. And maybe having your significant other's mom constantly viewing your shit is not the space that you think it is. So I don't know. And you got to create some boundaries with people, including family. Like, I wouldn't want my mom fucking with Julie either. Like, every 5 seconds, like that's kind of odd. So, but yeah, you either have to move or just fake your death. I don't know. I don't really, but you do have to explain this to her in a conversational way that in passing makes it look like you weren't stalking her profile.
Correct.
Because that's just, there's no non-weird answer.
Part of me is like, I hope she's not like if she posts a lot, and it looks like she checks it a lot, but if she posts a lot, if you had to scroll for a long time to find
To
a
get to
photo
that
from
picture.
2018, that's so
Yeah,
bad.
that's
That's
so
so
bad,
bad.
dude.
Ah,
That's
oh my
so
god.
bad. Because I've accidentally liked pictures, from years ago that were like girls that I used to see or something, and that's already terrible. But I can't imagine to a significant other's mom. Like, oh, that's such an extra layer of awkwardness and just weirdness. Because you're not going to see your ex again, most likely. That's just going to be, you don't even have to explain it. It's just you unlike it and you hope it goes away. But you will see the ex's or the significant other's
You know
mom.
what? He should make a story that says, "Hey guys, my Instagram account got hacked. If you got any weird messages, I'm really sorry."
If I
Could that
liked
work?
anything, if I liked your picture from 2018, totally not me. It was a hacker from Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia and Russia or something. Totally.
Yeah.
Anyways,
They do things like that over there, you know?
yeah, those bastards, those evil
We thought the
bastards.
elections was the epitome of like,
That's right.
whew,
That's how they rig elections. They go back and like posts and make people fight.
yeah.
It's their plan all along. Just FYI. Oh boy. So yeah, good luck, Jake. maybe, maybe we should move. But that's just
Well,
us.
after ice, like in Minnesota, there's more than one reason to move.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
That's
anyways,
scary.
we're gonna end things here. With our neck of the woods, Steve from NYC, very close to us, goes, "What's up, you guys?" And this is again the final one. He goes, "What's up, guys? I think I might have detonated my own relationship, and I need
Uh-oh.
help." Oh, here we go. Let's just hold that. Okay, he goes, "Last weekend, my girlfriend found a small ring box in my nightstand." Okay. Important context. It was not an engagement ring. It was a ring I bought months ago that I was maybe possibly thinking about using someday. No set plan, no date, just I love her. This could be in the future kind of purchase. I hadn't even told anyone about it. She found it while looking for a charger and immediately started crying, like full emotional happy tears. She thought I was proposing soon. I panicked, and instead of calmly explaining, I froze and said something along the lines of, "Well, yeah, I mean, eventually," which apparently translated to, "It's happening very soon." And since then, she's told her sister, her mom, and at least 3 friends that
Oh.
it's coming. Oh, no. Her mom hugged me longer than I've ever been hugged in my life.
Oh, God. Ah!
This gets worse as it goes. Now I feel like I'm on a countdown clock I didn't start. I love her. I do see a future, but I wasn't planning on proposing anytime soon, and definitely not because of a nightstand discovery. If I clarify now, I look like I'm backing out. If I rush it, I'm proposing out of pressure instead of intention. Is there a clean way to reset this without breaking her heart or looking like a coward? Or did I accidentally schedule my own engagement? Steve from New York City. Oh, maybe you and Jake from Minneapolis can get like a studio apartment together, right? And split that.
Yeah.
You guys can have race car bunk beds and move in together and save some money and then change your identities and just move somewhere. Start fresh, man. Because
Did he see a ring like on a big sale?
that's what I'm asked. I was just about to say, why in the blue fuck would you just buy a ring just because? Like that is the dumbest shit I have ever heard, Steve. I don't mean to like I'm not gonna say victim blame because there's no way you're a victim in this. You're a fucking moron in this. For one thing, every engagement ring that you buy for someone, you can't just buy a general engagement ring. People have tastes. So if you wanted to
Yeah.
buy something that she liked, you have to like keep her in mind. You don't just buy a general ring that you can just fucking put on someone, like interchangeable fucking game pieces. That's not how it goddamn works. So that's on you. But also, if you are gonna buy a fucking ring, why would you just put it there? Like hide it somewhere where she can't see, or like I bought the engagement ring months before I proposed to Julie, knowing that I was going to propose to Julie, but I fucking hid it in this ghetto gross box that I knew there was no way she was ever going to check, and I had told her that I had like computer wires in it. So no, there's no way she was ever going to check it. And it was just sitting there and with all my other wires. So there's no way she was ever going to look through that shit. She doesn't need wires like that. So you fucked up all around here, buddy. Now, go on.
Well, I think that like I wouldn't invest in an expensive ring unless I was like really sure. So my assumption is
Yeah.
that this guy's probably like pretty sure she's the one. And so for him to be like, "Oh my god, what do I do?" Well, then why'd you even buy it? Like, obviously, you feel some kind of way, which is good. Congratulations. And I think that it's kind of like should get off the pot, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that he's probably ready. Otherwise, he wouldn't have bought the ring. And you can always have a long
Just be
engagement.
rich.
You don't just just because you get engaged doesn't mean you have to get married tomorrow. I
Yeah.
also want to know, Steve from New York City. I want to know if well, I want to know how long you've been in a relationship, because like if you guys have been together for a decade, then like fucking propose to her. She's the one.
Oh, that's true. That's true. The length matters there, because if it's been like 6 months,
Length always matters. Let me tell you.
That's
girth
right.
is important too.
And girth. That's right. You gotta have the girth.
Yeah.
It's not just one or the other. But yeah, if you've only been together like 6 months to a year, definitely you have to figure out a way to postpone this shit, or just come out and be honest. Be like, listen, I bought this ring, thinking of the future, not necessarily right now. And especially if you phrase it that way, you say, listen, I clearly thought of thinking of you. It's just I'm not ready right now. And then maybe that would be better. But you can't just, if you're really not ready to get married, you can't just move on and take this stuff. For one thing, weddings are expensive. They're stressful. It's not easy to plan. It's a whole goddamn thing. So you bring in all your friends and family too. So if you get a divorce, you'll look like a jackass if you ever try to get married again. So just be ready to hopefully have this be something that you do one time and one time only. Or go like CMO. Teeny tiny wedding the first time. Now the second time it can be massive and it'll be great. You won't hate him for it. It's an excellent wedding.
There you go.
Excellent plan. So yeah, you only get one big wedding in your life. Make it count. Unless you're, but I do feel like he's kind of rich, because like a wedding ring is at least a $5,000 thing if you want something like really nice. If you want something decent, not massive, then you can maybe do like $2-3 grand, but it's not like something that you just like have like like pocket money to throw in to get a nice engagement ring. So
well, that's if you go to like a conventional spot, but some people are really like into the brand name. So like if you want to get a comparable like stone size, but it has to be, I don't know, like David Yurman or like Tiffany and Company, like you're spending like that's like 10 G's, you know?
That's like 10 G's. That's like 10 G's. And which is stupid, because whether it's Tiffany's or CMO's warehouse, if it's 14 karat gold or 18 karat gold, you can't fake the gold value. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
2 carats is 2 carats.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the dumbest shit that it would be at Tiffany's, whatever. Get the value, make sure with the paperwork that it actually matches what it's worth, because heaven forbid you ever need it to replace it or insurance or sell it, whatever. You're not going to get any money back for it, because it's Tiffany's. So it's like, people are stupid. Buy smart. But yeah, this doesn't, it's not just like an impulse buy where you just have 10 grand, 5 grand laying around. So, let me just buy this ring just because. So I agree. I feel like you had it in the back of your head. So at this point, you made your bed. So either if it's been too soon and you need to explain it, and if it hasn't been too soon, just fucking get off, take a shit already, or get off the pot. And that is our final answer. So, you guys, that was our list. That was our emails from you guys. And thank you so much again. This is why we did this episode, for you, because we love you. And thank you for sending your emails. Thank you for being fun. Thank you for being unhinged. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing all aspects of your lives, from your sexy times to your noodles to all the wacky things you share, because honestly, it's great content. It also shows you care and you trust us, and we don't take that lightly. So it doesn't matter what you want to share. We'll never share your last name or your email or anything like that. Shoot us an email, fratchatpodcast@gmail.com. Again, that is fratchatpodcast@gmail.com. You can also give me a follow. Give us a follow. fratchatpodcast@gmail, or not at gmail.com, at fratchatpodcast. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. That's on Threads. That's on YouTube. You can also give me a follow as well. Carlos Does the World. That's on Instagram. That's on TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Facebook. Carlos Does World, and Twitter /sex. All that good stuffy stuff. You can also check out my website, carlosgarciacomedy.com. And you can give my buddy here, CMO, a follow too, at chris.moore.comedy on Instagram and TikTok, and CMoore Comedy on Twitter /sex. So thanks for listening. Don't forget to hit subscribe, leave a 5-star review, write a review, or leave a 5-star rating and write a review. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. Leave that 5-star rating, leave that review. It helps us out. Tell a friend about the show, share a link, like us on the social media. All that stuff helps. So thanks for the support, and we'll do this episode again. So in the meantime,
I want to say 2 quick things.
Go on.
I'll be doing comedy Thursday, May 14th at 9 p.m. at Easy Lover. It's called Comedy Ugly, where I'll be taking my clothes off during my set. Thank you.
Oh.
And then also, I would never share anyone's first and last name. I'm glad you pointed that out, unless their name is Dan Nemeth, who likes to eat butt. Okay.
That's right.
I'd like to motion to adjourn this meeting.
And I second, so I can run this booty away from Hungry Nemeth. All right, you guys. We'll be back next week with another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasts at time. It's the Frat Chat Podcast. I'll see ya.
Sayonara, sucker.